DJ Uiagalelei, former Clemson quarterback, is transferring to Oregon State according to Pete Thamel. This is a huge pickup for Jonathan Smith and the Beavers football program. Look, regardless of how you may feel about DJ Uiagalelei, this is going to be an upgrade at the quarterback position for Oregon State in 2023. This program won 10 games this season despite having average to below average quarterback play this year. They only lost by 3 points to USC despite their quarterback in that game throwing 4 interceptions. DJ Uiagalelei is going to provide the Beavers with better quarterback play in 2023. And to be honest with you, he didn't play that bad this year for Clemson. Yes, he had 3 bad games against Notre Dame, South Carolina. He got benched in the ACC championship game against UNC. But let's talk about the good games that he had against Wake Forest, NC State, and FSU. Like, DJ Uiagalelei isn't just completely garbage. The dude had some really good games and some really bad ones. He's a streaky player that has a lot of upside. And I think him transferring to Oregon State is going to do him justice, because maybe a change of scenery is what DJ Uiagalelei needs. You remember what the narrative was about Bo Nix when he entered the transfer portal coming out of Auburn after that 2021 season? That was his best season. And yet, Auburn fans made it seem like he was just completely garbage. He transfers to Oregon State, a team that had a better coaching staff, a really good offensive coordinator, because their offensive coordinator is now the head coach of Arizona State. And we saw what Bo Nix did with Oregon this year. Think about Michael Penix. Michael Penix transferred from Indiana, and now he's with Kalen DeBoer at Washington, his former OC. And look what he did this year. So we've seen quarterbacks who have transferred to the Pac-12 come in and rejuvenate their careers. DJ Uiagalelei has a really good arm, has a good amount of athleticism that he can do some really big damage on the ground for you. And plus, you pair him up with Damian Martinez, who is one of the best freshman running backs in college football, probably the second best freshman running back from this past season behind Quinshon Judkins. You place him in the backfield and you try to run some read options with him and Damian Martinez. Yeah, good luck to opposing Pac-12 defenses trying to stop that. Plus, Oregon State had a really good offensive line and a really good defense this year. This is a program that is trending upwards. And for Jonathan Smith, you had to ask yourself, after you got done clobbering Florida in the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, what do we have to do next to take that big step into becoming legitimate contenders in the Pac-12 conference with teams such as Washington, Utah, USC, and Oregon? Well, addressing the quarterback position was the first step in trying to end up competing next season for this conference. DJ Uiagalelei isn't as bad as what a lot of Clemson fans try to make him out to be. The offensive line was inconsistent. The play calling wasn't the greatest in certain situations. Yes, DJ Uiagalelei does deserve a good amount of criticism for the games that he struggled in, but it's not like Clemson was just this well-oiled machine all single year and DJ Uiagalelei was just the main cause for their problems. They had many questions about their offensive line going into this season and their offensive coordinator. And yes, the new quarterback that they put in replace of DJ Uiagalelei, Cade Klubnik, does look to be better than him. I think that DJ Uiagalelei going to Oregon State is going to be what he needs. Jonathan Smith does a really good job with quarterbacks. Even though the quarterback play this year wasn't great, it could have been way worse. And he was able to squeeze a little bit of something out of Bengal Brunson. And I'm wondering, what happens with Bengal Brunson? Does he stay? Does he compete with DJ Uiagalelei for the starting quarterback job during spring? Or is he going to end up transferring out, and this is without a doubt going to be DJ Uiagalelei's job? We don't know, but I do think it's safe to say that DJ Uiagalelei is an upgrade at the quarterback position for Oregon State. And moving forward, if you're Jonathan Smith, and you're trying to reach that next level and you're trying to be a legitimate contender in this conference, you have to get better quarterbacks. You saw UCLA just land a big quarterback commit a couple of days ago. You already see Malachi Nelson is going to end up replacing Caleb Williams, it looks like, at USC. So Lincoln Riley keeps the quarterback train going there. So if you're Jonathan Smith, winning 10 games was a huge accomplishment for you. But you also know it's going to be incredibly hard to replicate the season that you had if you don't have better quarterback play. I think DJ Uiagalelei is a step in the right direction towards Oregon becoming a legitimate powerhouse in the Pac-12 conference. With USC and UCLA about to depart for the Big Ten in a couple of years, Oregon State could end up being one of the teams to watch in this conference when USC and UCLA will leave. You're going to have Utah there. You're going to have Oregon and Washington. And then who else? Oregon State is a program that is on the rise. If you haven't been watching a lot of Oregon State football, you need to watch some highlights from this season of some of the games that they played. This is a team that is incredibly well coached. They have a really good coaching staff. They have a really good head coach in Jonathan Smith. And with them landing DJ Uiagalelei, I think that this is definitely a team to watch in 2023. Regardless of how you may feel about DJ Uiagalelei, he's going to provide Oregon State with a better option at the quarterback position compared to what they had in 2021. Once again, DJ Uiagalelei has transferred to Oregon State according to Pete Thamel. Let me know your thoughts about this move down in the comment section down below. So the word going around right now is that Alabama offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien is emerging as a potential candidate to return to New England as their next offensive coordinator in 2023, according to Ian Rapoport. Now, according to a couple of rumors out there, the Patriots actually had interest in hiring Bill O'Brien as their OC this season. However, Bill O'Brien promised Alabama head coach Nick Saban that he will honor his 2-year contract with the school. Plus, Bill Belichick and Nick Saban are really close friends, so I'm pretty sure that Bill Belichick didn't want to come and scoop up Bill O'Brien off Nick Saban's staff at the last minute and potentially put Nick Saban in his program at a disadvantage going into this season. So it looks like Bill O'Brien's contract isn't going to be renewed by Alabama at the season's end, and he's going to be a free agent when it comes to the coaching market. When you look at Bill O'Brien, is he an upgrade from Matt Patricia? Yes, he is. But how big of an upgrade is Bill O'Brien from Matt Patricia? You look at how Alabama's offense has performed under Bill O'Brien for the previous couple of seasons ever since he has taken over play calling duties in Tuscaloosa, and it hasn't been all that great. And I promise you, a lot of Alabama fans are going to be celebrating if this news holds up being true and Bill O'Brien doesn't return to Alabama in 2023. So if your close friend Nick Saban isn't willing to bring back Bill O'Brien, what makes you think that he's going to be a better option as your offensive coordinator in 2023? Yes, he is an upgrade from Matt Patricia, but is he really going to be the guy who can help turn around Mac Jones? At the time I'm recording this, it's funny, the Patriots offense still hasn't done anything, and they're trailing 15-0 at home to Cincinnati. Bill Belichick is at it again. And if this happens, and I'm pretty sure most of us are willing to bet some good money that it will, because you look at the history of Bill Belichick's past coaching hires, and they're either based off one of three things. All of the coaches on Bill Belichick's staff have either coached with or played with Bill Belichick for a very long time, or they have served as former coaches or assistants with coaches that they currently have on their staff now, or they were formerly on Nick Saban's staff at Alabama. Bill Belichick has this OTF approach when it comes to running the New England Patriots. He likes to keep things only the family, with his only the family coaching tree, and it's hurting the New England Patriots franchise. Bill Belichick isn't a bad coach, and he's never going to be a bad coach. The Patriots are always going to be somewhere around the wild card conversation or the playoff discussion year in and year out. We expect that. However, when it comes to New England doing anything more, that probably won't happen. The Patriots, for as long as Bill Belichick remains the head coach there, they won't be nothing but a quick wild card exit if they make it to the postseason. And at this point, this franchise is just trending in the wrong direction, all because of Bill Belichick's stubbornness. And I understand that there's only so many changes that you can make to your scheme offensively at this point in the season. There's only 2 weeks left. So there aren't too many dramatic changes that you can make at this point in the season. So if you're going to make drastic changes, it's going to take place during this offseason. But this is a really critical offseason for the New England Patriots. You want to know why? Because you have Mac Jones going into year 3. And he's coming off pretty much what we can call a sophomore slump. Mac Jones definitely regressed this season. And for Bill Belichick, you have to get your next offensive coordinator right. So if you're going to hire Bill O'Brien, you better make sure that Bill O'Brien is the right guy who can help turn around Mac Jones' career trajectory right now. Because right now, Mac Jones is kind of trending towards being the bust. And when you listen to Bill Belichick talk about why they couldn't attempt the Hail Mary at the end of that Las Vegas Raiders game, because Mac Jones didn't have the arm strength, it doesn't give you more confidence in Mac Jones moving forward as the future at quarterback if you're a Patriots fan. Now you're hearing rumors that Bill O'Brien potentially could return to New England. He was on Bill Belichick's staff in New England during 2007 to 2011. But at the same time, we don't really know how big of an impact Bill O'Brien had in the Patriots' success on offense, because they had Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Wes Welker. They had so many great players on the offense. It's really hard to try to analyze just how big of an impact Bill O'Brien had and what his role was in the New England Patriots offenses. You know, it's similar to when Adam Gase was the offensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos with Peyton Manning. It's like, okay, yeah, the offense looks good, but is it because you're play calling or is it because of Peyton Manning? You look at Alabama's offenses, ever since Bill O'Brien has taken over as the play caller in Tuscaloosa, hasn't been that great. And I'm pretty sure many Crimson Tide fans are going to be celebrating if this news ends up being true and Bill O'Brien doesn't return at OC next year. Alabama's offenses, compared to the kind of offenses they had when they had Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian, look nothing compared to the offense that Bill O'Brien has ran his last couple of years at Alabama. Really inconsistent. The play calling has been hella questionable plenty of times. Like Bill O'Brien, I'm pretty sure Alabama fans aren't going to be losing any sleep about him potentially not returning next season. And then, if Nick Saban doesn't want him, why would you want him? You get what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to pick up discarded goods? This is the equivalent to going grocery shopping, right? And you go to the canned goods section and you see one can that's a little bent out of shape and it has a couple of cracks in it. So that kind of would tell you, hey, there might be something wrong with that can of peas or that can of mashed potatoes. Maybe I should just leave it on the shelf since it has a dent in it. Maybe somebody did something to it and it isn't good to eat. You know, if your best friend or one of your closest friends in the coaching world isn't bringing back Bill O'Brien, I think it's for a very good reason. And I think it probably would make more sense to follow the lead of your friend and not bring back Bill O'Brien and kind of, look elsewhere, look outside of your Patriots family coaching tree, look outside of your OTF coaching tree and actually conduct some legitimate interviews. Try to find some different candidates out there instead of trying to hire guys who you already have familiarity with. I think the problem with Bill Belichick is that he doesn't like uncertainty. I don't really think that Bill Belichick likes being uncomfortable. And I think the main reason for the majority of Bill Belichick's coaching hires is because he wants to coach with coaches that he's coached with before, so he knows what to expect from them. But at the same time, sometimes getting out of your comfort zone could be what elevates you. Being uncomfortable is what makes us better people. How can we grow if we don't put ourselves in different situations? How can Bill Belichick possibly find a way to adapt his offense and modernize his offense if he doesn't go out there and interview different candidates outside of his OTF coaching tree? Bill O'Brien, let's be honest, most likely is going to be the Patriots' new OC in 2023. And even though this offense will improve, drastic improvement, enough to get the Patriots back into what they were when they had Tom Brady at the helm, I don't think it's going to happen until Bill Belichick retires. Once again, word on the street is Alabama offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien is emerging as a potential candidate to return to New England as their offensive coordinator next season, according to Ian Rapoport. Let me know what you guys think about these rumors down in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you check out the JT Sports Podcast, available on all podcasting platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you get your podcast from, you can find the JT Sports Podcast.